I can sense in the air that AI, ChatGPT versus Claude, is like a big thing.
Where people get messed up, they think it's like some demon machine or whatever. It's like, dude, it's a tool.
Is it taking care of the underlining issue, that, you know, the feelings?
It's so good. It's so good at taking care of that issue. We should all be scared how it's weaponized against us in the future.
The AI, there's so much to gain from it. So you're not just asking it to get me to this. You're asking, what question should I be asking before I even do this?
If I was you, I would focus on these things because these are what they're not doing and this is what they don't have.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Glass.GPT with our first ever, I will say this, the first time ever, we've had a return guest. My partner Brandon and I are giving a warm welcome to Mr. Connor Sale. Connor, how you doing?
Thank you. Excellent. All things considered, most excellent. Yes. Thank you.
Love the headset. You look like the lead guitarist from Linkin Park.
Oh,
That's a compliment.
Chester Bennington or some
No,
other guy?
the lead guitarist. I don't know his name, but he always wore
Oh.
these big headphones like that. Looks cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of his
Thank
thing.
you.
So
you.
what's good in the hood? Every time I'm opening LinkedIn right now, you have become number one usual suspect at the top of my feed every time it opens.
Yeah, that could be good or bad, I guess. But yeah, and actually it's crazy. I need to preface all this by saying I'm just not, it's going to feel so cliche, but I'm not that guy. I'm not looking for that. But 3 people have told me recently, every time I open my phone, you're in there. Your posts are in there. You're saying something, you're doing something, you're posting a cool video, and it's really starting to actually work. It's working.
Well, you
How is
don't
it
have
working?
to. Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to be that guy. You're doing it for your business.
For
So
sure.
how's it, as
Selling.
Brandon said, how's it working?
It's working excellent. It's selling shower glass, but also it's selling the, Jay Abraham has that preeminence thing where you should be preeminent in the market as an authority on what you're doing, and it's happening that way where just sharing the education and the knowledge with people, they're kind of looking that direction, like, oh, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. That's something I didn't know, and it's more looking as like which is beautiful for me because it relieves that sales commission breath pressure that people put on you and you put on them sometimes. And it's like, oh, you just answer your questions about shower glass. Great. Excellent. And then it's more like a collaborative thing than hey, I want to buy something from you. Let me hesitate to give you the money. I think it's a win-win for the customer, the viewer, and because there's entertainment and education inside that. So the viewer who never buys anything gets something, and I get something in return, distribution, and the person who buys from me, they get more information to make an educated decision. And then all the engagement, the comments, the back and forth, the gifts that can be dropped in the comments.
That's awesome. So have you had an
Yeah.
experience with like brands, or not brands, like vendors, glass suppliers, hardware manufacturers reaching out to you and treating you differently because now you're kind of LinkedIn and Facebook or Instagram famous, if you will?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be a fanboy for a minute. Frameless Hardware Company has always treated me like I was that guy since before any of this happened. They brought me down to Columbia, met the
That's cool.
service manager. Like they're just top tier people. But yeah, I've had some of that. They reach out like, oh, that's cool. Can we do this? Can we do that? I'm hesitant. In all reality, I'm hesitant to align my brand with any particular brand
Smart.
because it's you don't know who you're laying down with sometimes. But there is some really great people out there.
Are you
And
sure you're not
yeah,
laying down with Stabila? Because I saw some
I'd
Stabila
like to.
commercials.
That's the exception. Send Stabila now.
Yes, it's the German engineering.
The jamming, the jamming. Yeah. Man, the levels look great. The ever since I'm gonna be extremely transparent. You guys did an episode on measurement. I knew about the Stabila levels, but when you did that episode on measurement, I went and bought those Stabila levels like the next morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Because I was like, hey, listen, I gotta up the game. This is I'm showing up with the Home Depot situation here. This has gotta.
If I'm not mistaken, Stabila's got a lifetime warranty. You can bring it back typically to the place in which you bought it, or like an authorized dealer, and swap them out. And with as many trucks as we have, that's massive. I
That
mean,
is massive. Wow.
how do you get more value than that? It's going to be lifetime, and we mean it.
How's that a business model? Sidebar. How's that?
Well, I mean, look what we're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
people see
Oh, that's true.
the value of the repeat customers. We bought hundreds of
Mm,
sets of Stabilas.
But they'll just
Yeah.
replace them, and they're banking on the goodwill from.
You know what, Connor? If you broke into the data, I'm willing to bet it's probably not even 20% of the customer base is actually returning them. Like just that extra step of action, having to go do that. There's a couple other things like drill bits and stuff to say lifetime warranty on the bottom. How many times do you think every single buyer is returning those things?
Very few.
They're using it and they're throwing it away.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have a Stabila, and I like the extendable ones because I do a lot of measuring. And one time the little clip at the end, it fell out. It fell out a couple times, and so a couple times I got it replaced at my dealer. So one time I went back and they discontinued that model. And you know what they did? They just gave me the new model. Like that's
Dude,
Wow.
customer service.
they're the best. Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been in the comments section. They're cool. I mean, let's be honest. I'm trying.
Dude,
to
you're
get
getting a
sponsorship,
comment
but-
for Stabila. That's big time. I'd put a tattoo on my arm if they paid me enough.
That's
You
right.
can Brandon, you can send them that clip. I'll put a Stabila tattoo on my arm.
For sure. I'll one up you. I'll put it wherever they want. That's fine. No problem.
That must be for the really small ones. Anyway,
the
Yes,
torpedo.
Yeah,
The,
the torpedo.
Connor, just to double back on, I know you're probably one of the most humble individuals that I know, and I can comfortably say that. But when you talk about, not wanting to talk about the success you're seeing on social media because you are such a humble, I would remind you, like you said, think about the service you're actually providing to a potential buyer. We don't know nothing about people don't even really go out and mingle as much in public anymore as they did in the past. So think about, you're giving them a preview into what they can expect before a complete stranger walks in their house and offers to take money before they've literally done any work. So what data other than a Google review or maybe a referral, what do you really know about the person? And I think doing your videos, especially the way you do, they're so digestible, they're funny, they're educational. Like, oh my God, this is the guy that I'm dealing with. Now you go out and do the measurement. And they're like, yeah, he's just like the guy in the video. This is a slam dunk. I'm buying from you, not because you're cheapest, because I trust you. And I think that's the number one benefit to doing social media. It fast forwards the sales process to kind of pull the curtain back of what they can expect. And you do a great job of that. You do a great job. Brandon does too. And there's no right way or wrong way to do it, as long as it's digestible, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. So I not only do this for myself, but I do this for other people as well. And everyone wants to get so hung up on exactly what to post or what to do. And a lot of times I just have to tell them it almost doesn't matter. Like you just got to get your face in front of your ideal client. And it actually works. It takes a little while sometimes, but eventually the same kinds of things that you're experiencing, other people that I help experience that as well, where your customer feels like they know you before you even talk to them, or maybe they don't know you at all, but they happen to show you an Instagram video of one of your own jobs before you walk on the job. That's really cool.
Yeah. My brain could go in 1,000 different directions because it's 7 o'clock Eastern, so I'm a little tired, but that's how exciting it really is because I got a referral from a tile contractor this morning. He said, hey, my name's Brett. I got your number from so-and-so. I have this shower. It's a beautiful 90-degree enclosure. I already know the tile guy. He does amazing work. Okay, so this is kind of like just a little example of what happened. I had a similar shower, and it's on Instagram. So after we got the logistics worked out, I'll come today at 3 p.m. or whatever we worked out. I sent the 2 Instagram videos, the part 1 and the part 2. Little shower measurement, check the outages. they've done extremely well. Like they've done 400,000 views a piece. Engagement's huge. I send it to him. Yes. Thank you. Yes. I send it to him. And so he says, "Oh, that's really cool. Thank you." And I already know from that like personality, just talking like that, he actually thought it was cool. So then I go to his house later, new construction, beautiful house. I go and I call him because I see there's no cars in the driveway. So when I called, I don't get an answer. All I get back is a picture of like he's holding a baby, like putting it to sleep. And he's like, "Sorry, I'm stuck right now. I'll be there." But I could tell we built that goodwill where he's willing to send me a family picture of like his
The most
dynamic.
prized possession. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a referral plus the social media. And it's Brandon, it's what you said. It's like the last podcast we did. Those are trust assets that grow and grow and grow, and you can use them to close the sale. And that's, we haven't closed that guy yet, but the night is young. So
That's cool.
yes, yes. And there's a lot more to it, but that's just the story that happened today. So
Which one of the platforms are you seeing not necessarily the most engagement, but the most benefit to building rapport? Like you said, information, outload. Who's digesting it the most? Like, do you have ROI on any of them?
I do have like concrete analytics on what's happening with engagement, but I have strong intuition for what's
Yes,
happening.
that's what I want to hear.
LinkedIn, okay. LinkedIn, I'm connected to people from the aviation world. So if I put my analytics into Claude, sometimes it'll view my engagement and it'll be like, "Oh, look at your distribution. It's 22% aviation, charter operators and owners." And it's like, it's C-level people. I curated that LinkedIn following years ago. And Claude's trying to tell me, well, that's not valuable sometimes. And I'm trying to say, if you were going to go do railings or wine cellars across the country in different places with all these people, that's kind of the long tail result of like seeding the idea
Of
positioning for
course,
education.
of course.
Manhattan, all these people are all over the country, and they're going to build a house, and they're going to need some fanciful stuff. And if they
And
need
they
glass,
shower.
and they do shower, they
All right.
probably shower.
Yeah, a
And
couple of
so
times.
it's, yeah, at least a couple of times. So then that's an opportunity. So LinkedIn is great for that because I know that all the players there, it's just like building trust way long term, like 5, 10 years, maybe a year. Who knows if a job comes tomorrow, but it's a long term play. Instagram is like immediate. Like we had a builder that we work with send us our own Instagram link and said, "This was a cool video. Tell me more
Yes.
about frosted glass. Send me the
Dude,
pricing, etc."
that's like catching a whale. That's like everybody's underlining intention at the end of the day, obviously, is to get information out there, but in hopes that someone would see the video and go, "I want to buy from you right now." And like him sending that back to you is a great big, "I want to buy right now." That's got to feel good.
Yes, it's good.
So,
It's good. But
so
can I,
the more content you get out there, the more of those opportunities are going to happen.
yeah, which I'm seeing. And you've always told me this, but it's the compounding effect that has to be maintained. Find a
Yeah.
rhythm, flow in that rhythm. And I got to be completely just honest and open here. Uh, there's tactical stuff, and I'm happy to talk about any of it. But when I got that email, I thought, that's great. I'm elated. That's cool. The plan is working, and we're actually providing value to people who could actually use our value. But I have to continue to show up and be that person. And
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's the other side of the coin is like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
I'm that person now. And it is me, but I mean, like, I have to stay on. That's the accountability level seems extremely high,
Yeah.
and that's great because that's where results live. But it's frightening. That's all I'm saying. You gotta
Yeah,
strap your boots on.
I feel like the consistency part is like really hard, and I learned this from watching like Think Media podcasts. Like they're
Yeah,
one of my favorite people on YouTube, and
me
they
too.
say, and even like Omar with the department, he used to work at Think Media, but he always preaches for new creators that want to stay consistent is just show up in whatever format you want, whatever platform you want, but show up in a way that you can sustain. Because once you show up, as a certain guy, then it's like you're basically set the expectation that you have to come to the table with that kind of content like every time, which is part of the reason I started this podcast, because it's easy for us to show up, have these conversations. It's like very low effort on our part. We're just sitting here for an hour. It's
Absolutely.
it's not too bad. But like my Bear and Glass content, for example, that's like highly curated
Yes.
images and video, and it is hard to keep that up. Let me tell you, I got a rhythm down that I keep. So I do like one, two, like 3 posts per week. 2 of them are highly curated imagery. One of them is a highly curated video, and that's it. So just 3 times a week, but I would do that every week, year after year, and that's how I show up, in the glass game. And then on the content game, I show up like this right here with my new podcast mic, interviewing people, folks just like you. But I kind of want to switch gears. I saw a post that kind of inspired me, and I can sense in the air that AI, ChatGPT versus Claude, is like a big thing, especially in YouTube. That's like where I spend most of my time. And so I saw a post where you had Claude maybe set up your calendar. And so I wanted to see if you could unpack, a couple things we'll get into, but like like what was your first experience with AI, and where are you at right now?
Okay. So to kind of dissect that, the first question, when did I first use AI? November of 2022 when ChatGPT publicly launched. Yeah, I dove into it. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I'm like, wait. I remember being in college using Google and thinking, wait, if I had a machine I could ask questions to and it could
Yeah.
articulately answer, you know what I mean? Like, how's that work? And then using ChatGPT, like, I mean, it blew, I'm just thinking back, remembering it blew my mind because I knew where this was headed. Like, I don't know exactly where it's headed, but I'm like, this is huge. This is amazing. So I started using it for like 3 years, and people think I'm joking. I think it accelerated my timeline on personal growth and capacity 10 years. Like, I think it took me to a level where it was a thinking partner that expanded my mindset, my
Yeah.
framework, my capacity 10 years at least. So if there was a part two to that question, I'm sorry.
No problem. So that's great. So that's like the humble beginnings of the birth of AI, right? And so
Yeah.
I saw a post where you talked about Claude and how you use it to set up your calendar. I want to
Mm.
see if you could unpack that for us, and just explain how that works and how you're using it, because it's very, very interesting to me.
Well, it begs the question, some people might watch this and they might say, why doesn't the guy just look at his jobs and put them on the calendar? I'm just really not good at it, to be honest with you. I'm just not good at looking at all the variables. But, because sometimes you have a multi-stage thing, like if I have to do this before this. So I'll whiteboard everything. I got the big whiteboard right here.
That's
Hey,
smart.
this job 186, it's at this location and it's 30 minutes from our location. This job, and I'll literally fill up the entire whiteboard and I'll put conditionals and then I'll put like fixed things, like variables and then conditions and then fixed things. I'll write it all down. I'll snap a picture so that it has enough information, and then I'll put the picture in Claude, then I'll use voice mode and I'll kind of like tell it like, hey, everything you need's on the whiteboard or you
Oh,
should know these details. And then I'll give it all like everything I'm thinking, like, hey, I really don't know how to get to this person when we only have a 4 hour time block over here. And I say all this to say you can get really nuanced and it will give me the game plan, run it by me and say, and it'll give me ideas. Like the other day, it was like, hey, did you, when you go do this person, you're actually passing by wholesale glass in Malden. Why don't you just pick up your windows when you're passing by? That'll save you this other 2 hour block over here. And it's tied into our jobber
wow.
system. And then it will push everything to the Google Calendar. And my wife, Mello, everyone surrounding us is tied into that main calendar, my main calendar. So it'll push everything to that calendar. And then when you open the event, it's got the headings, it's color coded, but then you open the event on the Google Calendar and there's detailed notes. And there will be notes like I'll find notes in there like um you know did you remember to do this? Or, hey, consider that when you're doing this shower, it's U channel, so make sure you bring the miter saw. Like crazy stuff. that is like baked into it that it just gets pushed to Google. It'll write emails for me. Like that post was legit. Like that's a real thing that's really happening that like immediately expanded my capacity to grow. It's like a chief of staff. It's insane. It's insane.
It sounds like you're laying the groundwork to grow your business now.
Yes. The past 3 months, I've been really hyper focused on how
Good
do
for
I
you.
grow this and then sustain it.
It shows, Connor. From the little bit that we get to see behind the curtain, it shows. You can tell.
Thank
That's
you.
really cool.
That actually means a real lot, actually.
What else are you using AI for in the terms of marketing?
Okay. I'm glad you asked. So I actually used Claude. I said, hey, I'm going on this podcast. And it knows you guys because I've mentioned the podcast before. It knows your content.
Oh, tell us a little bit. I don't like to brag.
So,
Tell us, what did it say? What did it say?
so then I said, hey, I'm going on this podcast. I gave it the prompt, and I think this will add value to the people listening. I said, hey, tell me what I actually use you for, not what I've publicly posted about what I use you for. Look for patterns you see in me that I may not even be conscious of that I'm using you for. It's insane. So
wait, so you got the answers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't specifically about you guys. Like it was in general,
Okay, hold on. Can we just get a little bit more context? Since you've started using this AI, any marketing questions you've put in up till today, you now prompted the question, have you noticed any patterns or connection of dots in what I've been asking you so you could further implement in your marketing? That's the question.
Yes, exactly.
And you have the answers.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So marketing in my mind, and you guys know way more about marketing than I do, but in my mind, it's actually just human psychology and basic behavioral stuff. It's less, so like I look at behavior before I look at actually what's good for marketing. But let me see here. Okay, let me give you one example if I could. So I did this reel that did like 395,000 views, and it's me just measuring stone. It's just measuring the shower outages, the stone on top of the knee walls, etc. I took 10 clips, and Brandon, I watched your series on how to shoot fly-ins, how to do like all that stuff, and I did a bad job, but I recorded all that, like the level on there with the shim, and then I would fly in, I'd hover above, show the level.
It's perfect.
I feed it to Gemini because Gemini's better at video. Claude won't analyze videos. I feed it to Gemini. I have a video analysis prompt that Claude wrote me. So I'll give Gemini the video analysis prompt, tell it what to look for. It will spit me back, this is a 10-second video, you're in a shower with this color tile, here's what was said, here's the background noise, here's Stabila levels, here's the whole thing. So I'll do that for every little video I have. This is like a 10-minute process. Get it back, feed it back to Claude, and say, I need a banger of a video that literally has go viral potential that will hook an audience as well as the right audience and provide real value to the measurement process, like them understanding how to measure a shower. It spit me back a couple of things. It's like, here's the hook, try this. 0 to 3 seconds, use this video that you gave me. 3 to 7 seconds, use this video, put a transition here, splice this. Within 20 minutes, I made a viral piece of content that I didn't even have to think about.
So that came from Claude. No shit.
I mean, it's my video, my idea, my tone, but Claude.
You used it as a tool.
Just a tool. That's it. That's where people get messed up. They think it's like some demon machine or whatever.
You did it perfect. That's perfect. Okay, but that's an amazing story. Did you somehow yet not tell us what all those answers were to the questions that you asked? Because I'm ready to strangle your neck. You lined it up and then you went off like.
I'm sorry. I'm off the deep end. Okay.
I'm dying over here.
Well, so I hesitated because some of them aren't exactly tied into marketing.
I want to know how it analyzes your question and answers to see if it connects a dot that wasn't obvious. I'm so dying to hear these answers.
Okay. So this one may be obvious. Number one, There's 10, so stop me when there's too much. It's my
Okay.
second brain when ADHD lights up. I'll have 10 things going at 60%. Claude tells me which one to close first, not 5 options, one move, then the next one. It translates how I think into how I write. So it'll combine theology, my ethics and morals,
Yeah.
sales tactics, math, everything all at once. And so then if I'm like at a shower install and I have 10 things going and I'm holding a door or whatever I'm doing where I can get to a stopping point, my brain's still on that. I need to reply to that builder. So it's me replying with my ideas and what I want to say, but it's just translating it to the Voss stuff, to the
Okay.
Josh Braun stuff, to the stuff that's, and then I proofread it and I say, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And then that's taken me really far because I can do it on the phone. Like, it's not like I can't do it with a human being, but in the moment, I need to translate it. So number 3, it runs sales strategy on real deals in real time. So it's running all the techniques on deals that we're trying to close. Like, what do we need to do yet to close this one? It's running you through a sales process, and it's more than that. It's holding the strategy. And if I get a text or an email that sounds like it could go either way, like I'll ask it like, hey, I'm kind of doing 100 things right now. Analyze the subtext of this message
Oh,
and tell
wow.
me, look at the entire email thread and tell me, like, from the very beginning, did I
Huh.
pivot? Did they pivot? Like, what's the tonality? Why might they be asking me this question? And what do I need to forward think about?
Have you done
Um,
that?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thousands of times.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
this is
so,
years
so
long.
you, so you've been reading thousands of answers from the AI in response to the
I,
question to do that.
if I told you the time I spent learning AI, and you don't need
Well,
to,
no,
that's
no,
not what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
specific question. It's about the
Yeah,
emails. I'm curious about the
thousands,
email,
thousands, thousands.
the tenor in which it writes it. Can you
Yes,
feel different emotions in the way they analyze and respond? Like, are they empathetic, or are they just
yes.
really good responses?
Do you mean like can the language model mimic empathy to the degree in which I cannot? Like, are they
Or
better at it?
no? Well, I didn't know a computer was able to do that.
So
Oh yeah,
AI can basically
yeah,
match
yeah.
your brand voice, and my
Right.
coach
No,
Patrick
no,
Day has a skill about that, right? Is that what you're saying?
no, more about triggering. When you're having empathy, it's about triggering something in the other side. And so can they sense, well, this person's emails had a kind of a negative tone. So I have to be able to, my response has to be
Oh
able to
yeah.
either temper that, not just, I hear, Grant Cardone, I hear what you're saying, but look at this widget over here. Is it taking care of the underlining issue that, the feelings?
It's so good. It's so good at taking care of that issue. We should all be scared how it's weaponized against us in the future. It's
Oh, shit.
insanely good. Yeah. It could,
Oh,
if a bad actor was trying to get to me right now using AI and they texted, called, used voice spoofing, they could trick me into, yeah, they can trick people easily because it pattern matches the tone, the voice, the structure, the precipitating events, and then it will literally mirror it back. It's scary, actually.
okay.
It's good.
One more, Brandon, one more, and then I'll throw it to you. You know Chris Voss. We both follow Chris Voss. To me, he's the top of the food chain. He says,
He's the
he,
king.
he's the king. He says, what is the difference between manipulation and persuasion? And he says, it's the word intent. And so you're saying if somebody, let's take not all, but the
Sure.
typical used car salesman that's just, and it's the end of the month, they'll say whatever the fuck they got to say to close the deal, not because they want to help you, because they need to help themselves. Can the AI tell when it's either manipulation or persuasion?
Yes. Was that a question for
Wow.
me? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. 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 100%. And in fact, I use it for that purposes to analyze whether I'm being persuaded or manipulated. But
Fuck.
but the Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. One time I was selling this aircraft tool. It was like it was this ingenious thing. Anyways, it takes off these electrical connectors. I wrote an email to 100 directors of maintenance at private jet charter corporations. This was like early 2023 when ChatGPT just came out. It wrote the email so because I had a real solution, so it was my intent was good, so I was comfortable
Yes.
with it. It sold 7 of those via cold email. In 60 seconds, I had 7 purchases. It was insane. It spoke right to their pain point, and they literally just clicked buy now. Like it was that good.
Fuck.
Yes, it's a problem. If bad actors, it's a problem for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that like there was people like mimicking the voice of like kids' moms to get them to like open the door.
Yes,
And so that's like
yes,
a real fear. It's a real thing. It's kind of crazy. But I don't want to focus on the dark side of
of
AI.
course, of course.
You know, I don't want to scare anybody, but I am using ChatGPT for something cool right now, which we haven't talked about yet, and I think is pretty awesome. So
Can't wait.
we're under contract right now to purchase a new building, and what I did is I fed that contract directly into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT already knows the entire context of the company because I've been like conversing with it about certain things, right? So it like knows everything about us already, and all the content that I made. A lot of it, I had ChatGPT help me with the scripting, so it basically knows us almost better than we know ourselves. And so it told us exactly what we need to do. So me and this guy had to start this LLC. It told us exactly how to do that. It took us to the links, and then it tells us, you know, every time we get a new document, we just feed it into that same chat. So like the context is like ongoing, and it reminds us on what we got to do before we got to do it, which is pretty sick. It's almost like takes the place of an attorney or even a real estate agent for that
We
matter.
can't do that fast enough.
Oh man, but Claude. So Claude, I had no idea until just a week ago when I tried it. Claude Cowork, right? Or yeah, Claude Cowork can take control of your computer and of your browser, right? That's pretty sick. Like I had it run like an analysis on a LinkedIn competitor, and I can see like the screen moving like right on my other screen, like it's doing all the work, and it came up with this complex analysis of who their target audience is, how they do it, and then it finds gaps in the market. So then it says, okay, if I was you, I would focus on these things because these are what they're not doing, and this is what they don't have. So it like helps you find those gaps in the market. Um, yeah, so that was just a cool story I wanted to share. I obviously am not nearly as good at AI as you, but that's kind of why I want to have you on here, because I feel like how you're using AI is like really helping us Glazers. And another thing I wanted to touch on was the AI slop video. It's getting a lot better. I know that ChatGPT had Sora, and they recently closed it down. And I think Keith, you were making some of those Sora videos, and they're all right, but you can definitely
They
tell
were
they're AI.
brutal.
So
They were
Yeah.
brutal.
how do you feel about
I
the
think
AI
they
video?
they were so bad they got viewership. It was disgusting.
It was entertainment, right? Because it was they
Yeah.
were obviously can't hold a glass like
Right.
this, right, with the hand.
Yeah. What?
Hilarious, dude.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, but now the AI tools are like they seem like really advanced in the video creation space. Like there's so many of them that
Oh
it's
yeah.
like it's hard to comprehend. And I've watched so many come and go that I personally haven't jumped on it. I prefer all
Right.
natural, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of like I'm kind of like late to the party because I prefer good camera quality and good image quality taken with a good camera, a natural way. Just feels like more authentic. But it seems like AI can do that better now, and it almost like diminishes the entire point of having a dope camera because AI can just make it better. And because of that, the non polished videos seem to perform better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That I think that's why I'm having some outsized results because it's like it's just that it's the opposite of the AI thing, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it should
I'm
be
with you.
both. I like to use
Sure.
both because I agree, Brandon, the authenticity, like the rawness of just a regular cell phone in a world where AI is getting so good that every single video could be perfect. I think there's something nostalgic almost already. I can't even believe it. We're saying that in this terminology, but it's almost nostalgic to say, oh, this is like a real authentic person talking to the camera. I remember when that used to happen. That like we're not far away from that. So I think people still digest that well. But I think it doesn't have to be one or the other. Why not both?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do both. Mm-hmm.
Why not
Yeah,
both?
you said that to me the other day. Why not both? And I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm like, oh, it doesn't have to be either or. And with
Yeah.
anything, it doesn't have to
Fuck.
be either or.
No.
Yeah,
You don't have to have a hook every
eh,
single time, right?
that's right. It can be educational videos too.
100%.
Yes.
All
Oh
right.
man.
Well, what else? How are you using anything with for your buying power? Through are you using AI? Is it monitoring any of your like? Do you put all your purchase orders or accounts receivable? Like, are you allowing it to generate any data on those fronts yet? Or
Not particularly because it's like it's small enough where, you know, but in aviation I was beating people up pretty bad with it because I was learning the boss stuff. And so then aviation's kind of cutthroat in the supply. So I was using it a lot there for purchasing because that's what I did. So I would like call big corporations and get their purchasing manager on the phone and then use it to kind of like role play. And I haven't done it here yet, but yeah, I've used it for that in the past. Analyzing their emails, like where do I have leverage? How can I add value to them? You
oh, I
know,
see what
kind
you're
of.
saying. I
Yeah.
was actually okay. That's interesting. That I could see that. I was actually thinking about measuring like buying patterns or certain specific SKUs that you
Oh,
might be ordering a lot of that you're not aware of.
oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, yes, yes, I've been doing that. So I found a way through our field service program. There's so many quotes and jobs for shower glass. I would have to go click, download PDF, put the quote in Claude to analyze all the jobs and all the line items, the exact configurations, the part numbers. But the other day I went into Jobber Developer app, had Claude write a script to go into the development app, print out literally every shower glass quote we've ever done, scrutinize what we did the most of, what part numbers were on there for
Yes.
hardware. And then I took that and made line items so I can just quickly quote. But it also gave me a lot of insight like, what am I doing? What do I need to have in stock? What do I need, you know, because I have an idea, but it was easily able to show me the breakdown and um, yeah, so yeah, I've been using it for that. It's wild. It's all wild. It's crazy to think about.
I love it. I think that's part of the allure of figuring out. I mean, it's so new, relatively speaking, that you could
Yes, sir.
come tomorrow, you could come across something that no one else thought of that could revolutionize the entire industry. Like
Yes,
it's
we're
it's
gonna.
that
Yeah,
new.
one of us
That's
will.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Don't
yeah.
forget about us when you go big time, Connor.
You're already soaring right past
Yeah.
us, bro.
Yeah, I
Wow,
love
wow,
trailblazing.
wow. Well, you stand on the shoulders of giants, so if you're gonna compliment me, I'll throw you one back. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
What is the can you tell us what does your family think of all this?
Oh wow. They see me kind of like, you know, Rain Man, where he had a little touch of the tism, and he was kind of like a madman that was just on a mission. They, they kind of see me like maybe I'm like you know, maybe a cross between Rain Man, Mr. Magoo, and just, you know what
Tim the
I've
Tool
really
Man
found?
Taylor?
Tim the Toolman Taylor. They just want to, you know how kids are. They just want their daddy. That's all they want.
Yeah.
So, you know. They kind of see me like that, like I'm just dad, and they want to be around me more. And my wife, dude, she knows what I'm doing. She loves it. She pretends like she doesn't love it because I'm gone so much, but she loves it. I come back with some new play, and she's like, "Yes, that's it." So,
Well, we should give a shout out to Miss Sale too, because I see her on all your social media, just like my mother supports all mine. I think that's really cool that she does that. She engages on a lot of my content, and I'm very grateful for that.
my mom, yeah, yeah,
Oh
she's on
yeah.
there.
She's a big supporter of the business, and I think everybody should have somebody in their corner rooting for her. And she's probably one of the most consistent ones. That's really cool.
Oh, she's amazing. Yeah, she's always been that way. She's always been that way. Every moment.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Took a lot of faith because I was on the downhill there for a while, so she's very pleased right now how life's
All right.
turning out.
All right. So how are you using chat next? Where are you going to use it
Mhm.
next in the business?
Well, I'm like redesigning the website. I took all the shower door companies in the Southeast and I compiled what the ones that drove the most revenue and the most volume from their website. What was the thing that made the most conversions?
Oh,
What's the SEO? What are the back channels they're using? What backlinks do they have? What pages are they linked to that have been most instrumental? And then my friend here owns a painting business. He kind of schooled me to the whole thing. You load it in this database thing and you know, a bunch of steps to it, but I'm using it to build a website that actually is like a mix of the best shower door websites of all time. And then I'm gonna hopefully create some Dr. Evil Frankenstein machine that just you can't resist shower glass when you go to the
are you on?
website.
Are you on there right now? Like, are we filming on your phone, but you have your computer in front of you? Like,
No,
is that AI in front?
I'm on my laptop, but my phone's over here. Why do you?
Could
Are you
you?
If you have a
AI?
reason for
Are you
asking?
AI right now? Are you the
Yes,
real
I'm
thing?
AI. Yes, I'm sorry to say yes.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to see if you could ask it something real time here and get us an answer.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe it depends.
well, as you know, and maybe you can put in our podcast, but as you know, Brandon and I have this weekly podcast where we do with people in the glass industry or sell to the glass industry. And we're looking to broaden our inventory, if you will, of guests, primarily in the manufacturing space that would have deliverables to us installers and salespeople. And is there some low hanging fruit, let's say the top 10 people that are associated with the glass industry that we
Yeah.
should be reaching out to? And then
Okay.
maybe if you
So
could second that prompt, ones that you currently utilize social media. So just arbitrarily, they'd probably already see the benefit to doing it.
okay, I'll do it in voice mode right now if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the podcast live with Keith and Brandon, the Glass.GPT podcast that I was a guest on before. What they're looking for, we're trying to do a live demonstration of your superpowers here. They're looking for people inside of manufacturing in the glazing industry. Also, caveated by the fact they want people who are active, at least on social media, preferably people who are active, probably on LinkedIn, public channels, you know, that you could search from. Can you give us a list of the top 10 people that would gain to benefit the most from coming on the Glass GPT podcast?
Wow, this is exciting.
All right, it's going to take a little minute. It's going to spin up some real stuff. It's probably take 60 seconds, something like that.
I was going to say, I got
Is
an eye on the clock. It started at 39. So I'm watching. I got a timer
Okay.
going.
Okay,
it Claude or Chat?
Claude. But
Claude.
ChatGPT is a contender in this. Yeah, ChatGPT's kind of come back on my radar. Like they, you know, they just released that 5.5 model
Yeah, I noticed it got a lot better suddenly.
suddenly. Yeah.
Is it also
Yeah.
true that you could have the same thought, but maybe say it 3, 4, 5 different ways and potentially keep tweaking those answers?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay, here it is.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. 39.
You
So
want the
it's
list?
49. That was 30 seconds.
Wow.
It just scrubbed the internet. Yes. How many did it give you total?
10.
Okay,
And the
so
first sentence was, Connor, I'm pulling this fast for you. Here's a list for the Glass GPT audience.
number 1.
Number 1 should come as no surprise to anybody, Max Perlstein.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yes.
Maxi.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Behind the fabricator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 2, Christina, Aaliyah, and Brad.
Out of
Lehman.
Atlanta. It's my shower door
the
guy.
shower door guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Number 3, Stephen Albert, Glazers Tool.
Yep.
Okay. Number 4, Brian Hale, Country Glass. Number 6, Troy Johnson, President, Apogee Architectural Metals.
Okay.
Number 7, Rick Wright, Oldcastle Building Envelope, NGA Chair.
Okay.
Stephanie Couch, Build Women / Grit Innovations, featured on Max Perlstein's From the Fabricator.
Oh, I chatted with her at last year's glass build, by the way. I did a little vlog with her on my Sony camera. It was pretty cool.
Okay. Okay.
Spin her up. And it said about her, so it listed notes for all these people, like why it would be valuable. And the note for her was, builds the audience demographic Glass GPT probably under indexes on. Number 9, Matt Camper, Woodbridge Glass, featured on From the Fabricator from a wide-ranging conversation.
Okay, wait, drum roll. Brr. Number
Yes.
10. Who's
Number
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 10?
10. Lauren Dunford, CEO of Guidewheel. Her company manufactures small apparatus that connect your machinery and provides real-time updates on its health and efficiency.
Wow.
What? Can you go ahead and
Bonus.
screenshot that?
Yes, I'll send it to you right now.
That's
I'll put
cool.
it on the episode as B-roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
wow, that was a real time. That was awesome, Connor. Thank you for doing that. Actually is going to clip really good.
It
Yeah,
slipped
I
up
think.
because it didn't. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead.
It slipped up because it didn't know that Andrew Herring was already a guest, but it said bonus dark horse if you want a wild card. Andrew Herring.
Yes. That's the dude. That speaks to what we were talking about earlier with the emotional intelligence. That comment about Andrew Herring is dead nuts on. And look at the emotion it got out of it because it's so true. And for it to be able to scrub that quick and pick up on that, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I asked it for a list of the top. I said exclude these builders because I already work with them or already have comms with them. Outside of them, find the top 20 builders that most likely we're compatible with in the Greenville market. Find their biographical information, write a cold email on how we could benefit them as a glass company, put the drafts in my Gmail box, and I opened my Gmail drafts box. There was 20 in there addressed to the owner or to the ops manager, whatever they could find emails for. And they were literally, hey, matched to the avatar, like everything. Like it was ready to go. Yeah.
Dude, I think you just provided so much value because a lot of us Glazers, we're new to AI. A lot of them don't even know what that is still. But I think that what I had in mind for this episode, and I think it's working out beautifully, is just showing like how easy it is to use AI and like how you can think outside the box to have it assist you in what it is you're trying to accomplish, whether it be marketing or cold emailing builders, right? Or trying to find suppliers, like pretty much anything you possibly think of where it can scrub through any kind of information. It just happens like instantaneously. So thank you. Like I had no idea you
Yeah.
went this deep with AI, and I'm glad I found out because this is pretty dope, man. I'm learning a lot of stuff here.
Nice, nice. A lot of people have the misconception, including me, when ChatGPT came out. Let me ask it just a shit ton of questions, and then I'll go down some rabbit holes. But what I found with Claude was it actually needs to ask me questions to learn who I am. So reverse the prompt when you first start using it. Ask me questions to learn
See,
about me so that you can better serve me. That's kind of
that's
the
what I'm
mindset.
saying. The AI, what you just did, is rethinking how to use it is the sexy part for me because there's so much to gain from it. So you're not just asking it to get me to this. You're asking what question should I be asking before I even do this?
That's it. That's
Dude,
it. That's the signal. Yes.
that's how you
Yes.
avoid the mistakes, or at least the easy ones, the predictable ones.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
we're so focused on the shiny object at the end, we're not thinking about, the 17 potholes that it takes to get there.
Yeah. And I haven't seen a hallucination out of Claude since I've used it. It hasn't
That's
hallucinated one time that I remember because I set it up that way. Like,
That's
hey,
cool.
like I'll literally tell it, don't bullshit me.
So
So
can you
it
define
works.
what is a hallucination?
Okay, so a hallucination is like where it didn't have all the facts and data to support something. It made an inference or a guess, and it just gave you some stuff that it thought would most likely, because all it's trying to do is match language, through a neural network. So it's trying to provide you some, and I don't know why they don't just shut this down, but it just tries to give you some best educated guess, and it's completely off the wall, harebrained garbage. But there's ways to avoid that. There's ways to avoid getting that, as you guys know. Um, you can plug in prompts that help you curb that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we all have intuition, which most people don't listen to, but that should be something that we should take into account that before you just copy and paste everything you search on there.
100%.
Go with your gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
I love the fact that you're able to do a real-time example of that. I mean, within 30 seconds, think about that. Scrub the entire internet, all the potential possibilities and information associated with every single people that you just mentioned, plus all the potential candidates. And within 30 seconds, not only does it give you a list, but it gives you enough information where you wouldn't have to be sending a cold email. That's for sure. Like you could really pull on the strings with the information it's giving you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That's why I
and I'm
said
positive.
it's
Yeah,
powerful.
I'm positive everyone on that list has seen Glass.GPT podcast, or at least a clip of it, right?
Send it. Send the hey Claude, find their emails and send them the invite. Yes. Yes.
Yep, that's how it's done.
Yes.
Oh man. All right. Well, we got to land the plane pretty soon here because my wife's cooking dinner over there. You can hear the blender going off. But I just wanted to end the episode. I just wanted to ask you one question, one last question. Out of all the hardware companies out there, who is your favorite and why?
You're gonna put me on the spot. Well, it's an easy choice. The Frameless Hardware Company, just because it's not just because there's a lot of reasons, but like for one, the people I know, John Adamero, the service center manager in Colombia, phenomenal. The people who work for him, phenomenal. Michelle Iglesias, phenomenal. Andrew, Danny Donahue, I call him up with a stupid question about an adjustable hinge from the next gen. What do I do? He immediately humors all my stupid questions, helps me design stuff. Like the spirit of excellence behind what they do is that it's inspirational to me to try to come up to that level. Like, oh, that can be done. You can take care of a customer every single time. Like the reply rates, the pricing, the quality of the products. Andrew sent me a LinkedIn message today to a webinar for their new hinge that's coming out tomorrow, and then just had a like conversation with me like, hey buddy, how you doing? Like it's things like that that's just insanely personable. But it's not just from Andrew. Like I've gotten that across the company. Like
And you're not just
it's
talking to localized sales reps. You're talking like Danny Donahue has been one of the most respected people in the industry for like 3 decades. And the fact that
wow.
you have access to him over the phone that quick speaks volumes to the culture of that company. That'd be like talking to Steve Wozniak at Apple back in the like you're not talking to him. You're
Yeah.
talking to people 4 layers below him.
Yeah.
Like he makes himself accessible. And I think that's not highlighted enough that you can literally get any individual in that entire organization on the phone. That's cool.
And I call his extension too. It's not like I have his number. Like I call the extension and there's no screening. He literally just, hey, it's
That's a
Danny.
boss.
Who is this? Yeah,
That's a boss.
he's an OG. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. That's cool.
I'm
Yep.
starting to wonder if everyone that answers the phone is like an AI replica of whoever it is
Yeah.
I'm talking to.
It
It's
has
just
to
so
be.
smart. It can be talking to 100 people at the same time. That's how good the customer service is at FHC.
It's got to be
Oh.
AI. It's so good. That's funny.
Seriously. I don't know what they're drinking over there, but it's good for sure.
Yep.
It's yes.
Great interview.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well,
Thank you.
thanks for
Yeah.
coming on. I really appreciate it. Educating us, not just us,
Absolutely.
but everyone watches video about the benefits of AI and how it can be utilized in the glazing industry. So until next time, folks, peace.